What's up, guys? Who's ready for some cringy daily races on GT Sport as I drop my phone? So daily races from this week. This one here, just an SR nightmare. I only did it this one time. This is the only time I did the race, and you're going to see why. But the special race, or special test course X Mother Edition, as the guy just decides he wants to stay on the line, but we're off and going. You'll notice I never even qualified on this one because it really doesn't matter. First to the back, unless you get a penalty or get wrecked, we're all gonna jostle around the entire time anyway, as this is all about drafting. Both daily races were a little cringy. You're gonna see how it went at Autopolis later in the video here today, but for now we're going to see some bump drafting and our SR just take a plummet from one lap here at the special course test track X, something like that. But so yep, everyone bunching up. Like I said, as long as you're in the kind of the main group, it doesn't matter. As this guy gets nudged a little bit into us, don't get a penalty there though. We actually get a positive SR rating. That's about the only time you're going to see that, though, and we get to the splits. This guy goes way over to the left. He starts coming over to me, and I'm just going to pray that a spot opens up, and we just nudge it right in there. We got it. Literally, I didn't want to come off the accelerator. I'm just praying that a spot opens up as we make our way up into third, but probably won't stay there long. And if you look down here in the radar, I think here in a second, someone's going to come right up and bump me right in the back end. And there you go. We take an SR hit for that. Did absolutely nothing. I get bump drafted in the back. I'm going full speed, pedal down. Look at that, full accelerator, in 6, top gear. So, and here we go. The pack catches up to us as we go into the first turn, and then we're a little tight. And that guy gets kind of wedged out there. I get kind of bumped in. These guys are all over the place. I'm just praying that they don't wipe out in front of me. So we're going to dive all the way down to the inside. As we the beautiful picturesque landscape with windmills. Beautiful. I take an SR hit there. I'm not even entirely sure why. I think it thought I put a block on somebody that was coming up, but I don't know. Here we go again, and we're going to squeeze over. There's a guy there and gets a 2-second penalty. And we're making our way back up to the front pack. As they go 3 wide up there instead of kind of linking together to try to separate themselves. But here I come. I got another big run. Cut to the inside. And again, just thread the needle. And we're up in first place. As we go into, we're about a quarter of the way through here. Or about a quarter of the track left, heading up to the second turn. And honestly, this is the worst place to be, as I get a green SR and then immediately a negative SR. Again, not entirely sure why. But I'm in the worst possible place to be probably right now, in the lead. Not much I can do. As I get bump drafted again, the guy comes right up behind me, and I get an SR rating bump for doing absolutely nothing. Here we go. Guy comes around the outside. We get bump drafted again. So again, there we go. A 1-second penalty for colliding with another car. I'm going 100% straight. Wheels not turned. Pedal to the metal. Guy bump drafts me, and I get a 1-second penalty. So that's about how this race went for just about everybody that I saw do it. So we go into the last turn. At this point, I'm just gonna see what we can do, because that penalty is pretty much just gonna kill us. But I think for my own morale, just, you know, you want to see if you actually cross the line first. So here we go. Coming out of the last turn, make our move into second place. We get another big run as we come out of the back of the turn. This is probably the best place to be. I'm going to dart to the inside. I maybe should have stayed behind him a little bit longer. And it's just not going to be enough. There we go. We crossed the line second, and with our stupid penalty, fall all the way back to fifth. So that's just how it goes. That's special stage Route X. But here we go at Autopolis, International Race Course in the Ferrari 458 Group 4 car. Qualifying 7th, and we're just going to do strictly replay, as you saw in the trailer. We're not even going to watch me for most of this race, because this was just the most insane, spinning out, wrecking race I think I've ever seen. It was just nuts. It wasn't just, you know how sometimes you get one or two guys. It was everybody in this thing. So we're off and going. Turn 1, right off the bat. Utter madness. Everyone. There's cars everywhere. Here's another angle from the lead car behind him. Just utter mayhem. Here's another angle, just bumper cars through the first turn. Good stuff. Just good quality stuff. And see these guys go off in turn 2. And this is what happens too when your SR rating takes a dip from doing the Ford race. You get into these kind of lobbies, and you just keep watching this guy, and then he gets knocked off. And look at there's just blinking lights everywhere. That dude's got a 4-second penalty. As we're going to cut back to this red car here, who in this car, they're just going to get into it. And here, this guy was one of the biggest culprits. I think he wins the award. So he gets hit there. He gets hit. All of it goes. This is back to that turn 1 incident. He gets a 4-second penalty for knocking this guy, that guy off into turn 1. But he's not done yet. You can see him slow down to let these guys catch up because he wants to get retribution. So he's going to run these guys off. 2 cars off. That's going to jump to an 8-second penalty. Still not done. So we got these 2 yellow ones. The one ahead with a 4-second. This guy's got an 8-second. These cars are going. He's going to wait for him to catch back. That's me right there. He's taking me out. That bumps it up to an 8.5. He gets on the inside to get me again. And I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing to this guy. He actually doesn't get penalized for that one. But yeah, in a race of dirty drivers, this guy probably won the award. He gets a little squirrely with that guy, so he's back up to 9.5 seconds. And I think he caps himself in lap 1 at 9.5 seconds. So before he even finished the first lap, he had 9.5 seconds of penalties. That is an achievement. And then we got this guy here, going by the name The Stig here, who again, he's got a 1-second penalty here. He's just going to blatantly just run this guy right off the track. And this is back on the last lap again, turn 1, again, utter madness for me. But we're going to just fast forward here. So I started that last lap, I think in 11th was it, and then between people just spinning out all over the place, we're going to come across the line here and finish this mad race with an 8th place finish. And believe it or not, I may have been the only single person this entire race. This is, I think, maybe even a bigger achievement than winning this race. I'm probably the only person in the entire race to finish it, and I did not have a single penalty. I didn't have a single penalty, and I think my SR rating actually increased on that race. So I had to be the only person in the entire field that did that. So thanks for tuning in, guys. did the Nations and the Manufacturers races last week. The first time doing the Nations. Manufacturer coming up this week. We should have a good car and a good track. So please subscribe and tune in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.